come closer, sit with me by the fire. Tonight I will tell you of a king so wealthy that when the wise men of his age tried to count his fortune, they gave up. They wrote, simply, it cannot be counted. I have heard your modern legends too. $400 billion, they say on your internet. My friend, we will talk about that number. A griot who lies is no griot at all. And tonight, even the true parts will sound like lies. This is the story of a king who crossed the greatest desert on earth with a city walking behind him, who gave away so much gold in Cairo that the price of gold itself bowed down, and whose fame traveled so far that 50 years later, mapmakers in Europe, who knew nothing of Africa, drew one thing in the heart of the continent, him. On a golden throne, I am Kweli. And this story belongs to my people. Listen. They call him Mansa Musa, Emperor of Mali. For 700 years, the griots of West Africa, the keepers of memory, my own tradition, have carried his name from fire to fire. Tonight, the fire is yours. Now, before the king, you must know the kingdom. Close your eyes and forget every map that showed you Africa as an empty place. Good. Now look. The Mali Empire in the 1300s. It stretches from the ocean in the west to the trading city of Gao in the east, lands that today would cross 9 countries. Through its heart runs the great Niger River, carrying boats, grain, salt, and stories. I have always said the Niger is the oldest griot of them all. It simply mumbles, and beneath this empire, gold. The goldfields of Bambouk and Bure, among the richest the world has ever known. The museums in your great cities will tell you, West Africa supplied the gold of the entire medieval Mediterranean. When a king in Europe bit his gold coin, chances are, my friend, he was biting Mali. But here is the joke the desert plays. In the north, they had something Mali needed just as badly. Salt. Yes, salt. The thing you spill on your table without a thought. In the Sahel, salt preserved food and life itself. Slabs of it moved south like white gold, and true gold moved north, and the emperors of Mali stood in the middle of it all, collecting. Into this golden house, around the year 1312, comes a new master, Musa. Hold that name in your hand. The whole world is about to learn it. Now, let us deal with your internet's favorite number. $400 billion, they say. Richest man who ever lived, they say. My friend, a griot who lies is no griot at all, so hear the truth. That number was invented in the year 2012 by a website that ranks celebrities. No historian counted Musa's gold, no ledger survives. The men of his own age who saw his wealth, you know what they wrote? That it was beyond description, beyond counting. And I ask you, which is greater? A number or the surrender of all numbers? 400 billion fits in a headline. The wise men gave up counting. That is wealth. But Musa was more than gold. He was a man of deep faith, a Muslim, in a land where Islam had traveled the caravan routes for centuries. And his faith asked something of him, the Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca, which lay more than 4,000 kilometers away, across the Sahara, a desert that has swallowed armies and left not even their names. A cautious king sends his prayers. Musa was not a cautious king. And before we ride with him, my friend, one small kindness. If this fire warms you, press that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, and it keeps an old griot in firewood. Good. Now, to the desert. In the year 1324, Mali began to move. The old chroniclers, Brother Alumari, Brother Al-Makrizi, writing in the years after, they give us numbers that make the tongue stumble. 60,000 souls, they say. 500 servants marching before the king, each carrying a staff of pure gold, they say. 100 camels, each bearing 300 pounds of gold dust. So the chroniclers say. And here I must be honest with you, because that is my oath. Those numbers were written down years later and they disagree with one another. No man stood in the sand counting camels. What the historians know for certain is this. It was enormous, tens of thousands of people, a walking city. But let me tell you what I love. As a teller of tales, the exaggeration itself is a witness. When people see something ordinary, they report it. When they see something impossible, they decorate it. Every teller added a camel. That is how you know the truth underneath was already too big for words. So this walking city crossed the great desert, weeks of sun and wind, water hole to water hole, where one wrong turn feeds you to the sand, and came down, at last, into the green valley of the Nile. Ahead lay Cairo, one of the mightiest cities on earth. Poor Cairo, she had no idea. Cairo, 1324. These people had seen sultans and conquerors, fortunes and ruins. Nothing impressed them anymore. He impressed them. Brother Al-Umari came to Cairo 12 years after, 12 years, and found the city still talking about Musa, the way a village talks about last night's storm. He wrote that the king left no official, no emir, no holder of any title, without a gift of gold. Not a coin, my friend, a load of gold. He flooded Cairo with generosity the way the Nile floods its banks. And then, the famous part. Al-Umari recorded that the price of gold itself dropped after Musa's visit. 10, perhaps 20%, and had still not fully recovered when he wrote, 12 years on. Now your internet says, Mansa Musa crashed Egypt's economy for 12 years. Slowly. The historians tell us gold prices in Egypt rose and fell for many reasons, and this rests on one wise man's remark. So I give it to you properly. One visitor gave away so much gold that 12 years later, the money changers of a walled city were still complaining about him. Even told honestly, it is ridiculous. That is why I love it. And the ending? Oh, the ending is perfect. By several accounts, Musa gave so freely that he ran short and had to borrow gold at cruel interest for the journey home. The wealthiest king of his age, standing before Cairo's moneylenders like a farmer before harvest. Generosity, my friend, is the one treasure that empties even bottomless pockets. Musa reached Mecca. He fulfilled his pilgrimage. His soul was satisfied. And then he did the wisest thing in this whole story. He went collecting, not gold, mines, scholars, teachers, builders, and one man above all, Abu Ishaq Asahili, a poet and architect from Granada in Muslim Spain. Tradition credits this man with buildings in Timbuktu and Gao, including work on the great Jinguereba Mosque that Musa commissioned on his return. New arts came with him, burnt brick among them, and understand what these monuments were made of. Not marble, not granite, earth, mud brick, bones of timber, replastered lovingly by the whole community, year after year, hand over hand. Sounds fragile. My friend, the Jinguereba Mosque is standing right now, 700 years old. It has outlived every empire that ever sneered at a building made of mud. And Timbuktu, already a trading town, began its long rise into legend. In the generations after Musa, its mosques and schools, like the famous Sankore, drew scholars across the Islamic world. By some later tellings, hundreds of thousands of manuscripts passed through that city's libraries. Many survive to this day, pages my ancestors' hands may have touched. Gold Musa gave to Cairo, but books and builders he brought home. Tell me who got the better bargain. Now for my favorite ending in all my stories. 50 years pass. Musa is long dead. The exact year, even the wise disagree on. And far away in Mallorca in Europe, map makers are drawing the finest map of the age. The Catalan Atlas, 1375. Of Africa, these men know almost nothing. Rumors, guesses, empty sand they could have drawn. Sea monsters they could have drawn. Instead, in the heart of West Africa, they drew a king, black, crowned, enthroned in gold, an orb of gold in one hand, a scepter in the other, a trader on his camel hurrying to do business with him. The richest and most noble king in all the land, so sees the map itself. He never traveled to Europe, he didn't need to. His story traveled across the deserts, across the sea, into the imagination of strangers who had never seen his face. My friend, that is the true wealth of Mansa Musa. Gold is spent. Fame is written on someone else's map. Forever. So, was he the richest man in history? No one can prove it, and I will not lie to you. But the king who humbled Cairo's gold, who built with earth what outlasted stone, who ended up enthroned on the maps of strangers. Every word true. The fire burns low, but the story does not end. If you would hear more of queens and revolutions, of empires and their children, sit with me again. Subscribe and tell me below. Which story should Kweli tell next? The roots of the past run deeper than we know. Go well, my friend.